I use this machine and it made me an extra $10,000 a month. Now you're probably wondering to yourself, that doesn't really make sense. Well, I'm going to show you exactly how I landed this print shop client, how I presented my idea, and how I brought it all to life. And this wouldn't have been possible without today's sponsor, Xtool. So I had this equipment supplied to me by the team over at Xtool, which is the Xtool S1 with the 20-watt laser paired with the screen printing machine. Now what Xtool has done, they've innovated the printing space, essentially allowing you to cut your own screens at home, print them all, and have them ready within a couple of hours. You could literally watch your screen getting made in real time. It finally clicked in my head that I could make an extra $2,000 per client if I had offered these services to them by supplying them with samples or even a full run of low unit items. Essentially, I kind of started my own screen printing shop. So let's go ahead and walk through the process. Now, the first thing I had to do was I had to present my designs. I'm a graphic designer for trade and I work mainly within the clothing brand space. So I'm very confident in my design abilities. Now, this client that I'm talking to right now is called Girls and Cocktails, essentially supplying entertainment to the greater Brisbane area, events and music. So enter in CJ, the part owner of Girls and Cocktails. And he had come to me with the problem, hey Will, we want to create some merch for our next event. At first, I was just gonna send him to the direction of a manufacturer that could get a sample made for him. Then I realized I was kind of letting go of money. We can't be letting that happen. Because I've already worked with Girls and Cocktails in the past, we had a bunch of designs and vectors from previous flyers and branding. So after hours of designing, I went ahead and got the concepts ready and sent them out for approval. Me and CJ then hopped in a call and it went a little bit something like this. CJ, I got the designs ready for you, bro. Let me know which one you're feeling the most and we can head over into sampling.
Perfect, yeah. I mean, from the 3 designs you sent me, I really like 2 of them. But I can't lie, the 3rd one's doing it for me.
Yeah. The one with the logo on the front and the graphic that we're going to use at the back, that's hard, eh?
That's the one. So how much I was going, so how much are you going to charge me? I'm thinking 15 large, 10 medium, 5 extra small, and like 5 XOs.
Damn. I was thinking, let's do like 25 a unit if that works for you. Because honestly, I can supply the print and the screen material. But if you can supply the t-shirts and meet at 25 a unit, that'd be perfect.
Perfect. I can do that, Paul. If we can do 23 per shirt, then we have to do it.
Perfect. Let's log it in. I kind of scored myself a great deal. So the first thing we had to do was cut the screens. So I fired up my Xtool S1 and I logged into the software. Now, if you guys want to see a more in-depth tutorial on how to do this, I actually have a video that I had with Xtool in the past. But just generally what this machine does is it uses a laser to cut through the mesh. Now for this particular screen, it took around an hour and 45 minutes. This is for the back design and around an hour and 30 for the color of the back design. So around, I would say 3 to 4 hours to get this printed. I spent it across 2 days, which I later found out was a mistake. But I'll show you guys that later within the video. After the first screen finished, I went ahead and sent it off to CJ for approval. Brother, I can't lie to you, this looks insane. And he was gassed. Now, I want to give a huge shout out to Xtool and make sure you guys check out the current sales going on to get the best deal. I'm going to go ahead and leave a link in the description so you guys can get started printing today or even start whatever business you wanted. Let's go ahead and get straight back into the video. It was almost like we were ready to start the process, but I had to cut the second screen. So watching this machine work is actually very impressive, kind of mesmerizing almost. And if you've ever been in a print shop, you know how, I guess, annoying the process is. Essentially, this is a 2-step process. You get your designs, you send them to the machine, and then it starts cutting. So my first challenge happened when I went to print. Now, I'm no professional printer and CJ already knows that. So that's why we have a sort of, I guess, cool relationship. But if you're doing this professionally, spend a little bit more time registering your print and ensuring it stays clean. Now, I 100% believe it was all personal error when it came to sampling because I wanted to test out if my registry on the color and the line work were both accurate. I started off by printing the line work and I used paper. Huge mistake when it comes to using water-based inks on paper is that they bleed a lot. This must be an error with the screen. It must be an error with the screen. It wasn't an error with the screen. It was an error with me. After print, I'm not going to get this perfect because of the material of the paper. So I went ahead and switched the material to the supplied material that Xtool gives you with the screen printing kit. That was a lot better, but it wasn't perfect. The bleeding stopped dramatically and I could finally see what my design lines were looking like. Then I tried to register a print on top, which was the color, and I realized that my screen was off by like 2 millimeters. And that wasn't the fault of Xtool or this laser cutter, that was the fault of myself because I delayed the print and I reframed the actual machine, which I shouldn't have done. I should have just pressed print on the second one as soon as I got into the office. With a little bit of fiddling here to the left, to the right, I was able to get the screens aligned to a good enough standard. With that in mind, I went ahead and came back the next day and started printing the second screen, which was the front graphic. And the front graphic was a little bit easier and it only took about 45 minutes for the line work and 45 minutes for the color because it was a very simple plain design. After I got those finished, I went ahead and made sure that the screens were aligned for the front. And again, I was having issues with that also. It wasn't the machine's fault, it was my fault. As you can see, it's not aligned 100%. Pretty good. I think we're ready for the sample. We can get the sample done tonight. You see, instead of going straight to paper and then going to fabric, I went ahead and went straight to fabric this time, just so I could confirm that my actual line work for the mesh was 100% accurate. And it was damn near perfect. It was absolutely stunning. But my actual ability to ensure that my screen came out nice and leveled with the line and the color work wasn't the best. Again, I'm not a screen printer. But with a little bit of effort and time, I went ahead and got this damn near perfect. So with my newfound confidence, it was now the final day and I had to get the sample out so we can go ahead and get the project locked in. I started off with the front screen and I took my time to ensure that everything was aligned perfectly and I had my design centered on the screen. So first, I went ahead and made sure that my design was actually centered. I went ahead and flooded the screen and I screen printed my color design first. With my color design now registered on the actual garment, it came out damn near perfect with a little bit of pressure points that I could have adjusted at the beginning. Now it was time to get this second screen aligned. Put the screen on, I put the blank ink on, and I flooded the screen and I pressed. And I pressed one more time. After I lifted the screen, I was so impressed by how this turned out. This turned out almost amazing. Obviously, there was a little bit of registry at the top right, but in terms of the actual pressure that I applied and the color, it was mint. It was finally time to do the back. Now, from the beginning, you guys saw how I struggled with the back. So, like the front design, I went ahead and started off with the color, went ahead and spread the ink, flooded the screen, and went in with the press. I did a couple of presses. After I lifted my screen, it was looking nice and presentable. Now, for the black, I went ahead and did the exact same steps, but after I lifted, I didn't give my print enough time to dry. So I just did my pull. Obviously, again, I don't have a blow dryer, so I'm just giving like a 5-minute time. Like a noob, I went ahead and forgot to bring my blow dryer so I could go ahead and wait for the actual ink to dry before I put on my second screen. I gave it around 3 minutes, and because this is water-based ink, it dries fairly quickly. So in doing so, there was a little bit of smudging of the ink towards the bottom where it says pretty girls love cocktails. But other than that, I feel like it came out very, very good. I went ahead and sent off the t-shirt to get approved, Jay, and he actually really loved it. I think having a physical item when it comes to any sort of business is a lot better than just sending things out digitally, because you can see your actual creation come to life. It gives you a sense of dopamine rush that I guess sending out digital files doesn't give you. And in doing so, I leveled up my business, essentially doubling revenue while staying within my niche. Now, the Xtool printer isn't limited to just screens. Obviously, you can cut things like wood, metal, etc., essentially expanding your reach to starting an online print shop. I finally got the sample of CJ just so I could show you guys in this video because he's been loving the shirt and he's been wearing it a lot, and I couldn't be happier with the result. Obviously, when we go for production later on this 2 weeks, we're gonna go ahead and spend a little bit more time on the actual printing to ensure all the t-shirts come out perfect. Again, he did want to start off with the single color print, which we could have done very, very easily without having to worry if the colors align. If you wanted to start a business in 2025, 2026, and you don't know exactly what to do, having the machines and tools necessary is the first step. So with a tool like the Xtool S1, you're not limited to just printing screens. You can cut on wood, metal, plastic, whatever, leather, even jeans I've seen Xtool do, which is kind of crazy. So having that broad of a spectrum of things that you could start today, Xtool is a perfect partner for any business. Go ahead and use the link in my description because it helps the channel out and it allows me to make cooler videos and cooler concepts like this one you guys see today.